How's it going? Welcome to a snowy Sunday here in Maryland. A few weeks ago, Victoria bought a Instapot, and we haven't used it yet, but we thought today would be a great day to use it with it snowing, with it being cold. We've got a fire going, and we thought it'd be a great night for a nice hearty meal. So I'm going to make chili tonight in the Instapot. Now the recipe calls for ground beef in this, but we're going to make it a vegetarian chili because we have folks here in the house that don't eat red meat. So we're going to make Instapot vegetarian chili. The ingredients for this include 2 teaspoons of olive oil, 2 pounds of ground beef. Now, again, we're using Beyond Beef instead of the beef, and because it doesn't tend to have grease as it cooks, we're going to add a little bit extra olive oil to start with. 1 finely diced onion, 1.5 teaspoons of minced garlic, 28-ounce can of diced tomatoes with the liquids, 3 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce, 3/4 cup of beef broth, we're using vegetable broth, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, we'll probably use half that, I don't like cumin, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of cocoa powder, go figure, 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 3/4 teaspoons of ground pepper, 1 15-ounce can of kidney beans, 1 15-ounce can of pinto beans, both drained and rinsed, and whatever toppings we want to put on. So that's a lot of stuff. But we're going to get started and put this together and see if we can't, I don't know, try it and see what happens for the first time. So the first step is we turn the Instapot to saute mode. I've got to figure out how to do that, but we're going to do that, and then we put the olive oil in the bottom, and then we brown the Beyond Beef in the bottom of that. So let's start there, and we'll figure out the rest as we go along. All right, so if you look right here, we have saute. So we're going to saute, and we're going to drop a little bit of olive oil in the bottom. And follow that up with, it's on. We're going to follow that up with the Beyond Beef. It's cooking. And we're just going to break this up and cook it like we would any other ground beef. Oh. Apparently there's a more setting you can saute more. Maybe it heats it up more. Maybe that's what more means. So once the ground beef is cooked, we're going to add the onion in, and we're going to cook that for 3 more minutes until the onions are softened. I feel pretty good about the doneness of this. Let's go ahead and put in the onions, and we'll stir it in, and we'll let it cook for 3 more minutes to let them soften up. I'm going to go ahead and add the garlic in. It doesn't say to do it till when we add in the rest, but I want the garlic to soften up and cook a little bit. So we'll go ahead and mix that in. We'll go 1 more minute, and then we'll add the rest. I think it's time to go. Let's go ahead and add the rest. So we'll start with the tomatoes. And I'm going to stir it just to get some liquids on the bottom. I'm still worried about the Beyond Beef burning. Tomato sauce. Okay, the vegetable broth now. The vegetable broth was 3/4 cup. That's all? Oh. All right, and now the spices. We'll start with 2 tablespoons of chili powder. The cumin, it's 2 teaspoons. We're only going to put in 1 teaspoon of cumin. Cook's choice. We'll make it a little heaping. 2 teaspoons of paprika. Cocoa powder. So interesting. 1½ teaspoons of salt. 3/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. I'm just going to eyeball that. 1 teaspoon of sugar. We're going to go ahead and mix in the spices. And finally, the beans. Just going to give it a good stir. And simply enough, we turn the Instapot to the chili/beans setting, put the lid on, and set it for 20 minutes. That's it. Beans and chili. And make sure we have the pressure closed. Appears to be done. We're going to release the pressure. Now you'll notice it says 10 minutes on the dial now. I had a moment where it said food burn, where I had to open it up and stir it, and it looks like it's ready. Ooh, it's bubbly. Bubbly. Look at that. It's a little thinner than I normally like my chili, but it still looks pretty amazing. Let's go ahead and serve it up. Looks hot. Perfect for a nice blustery, snowy day. Is it good? Mm-hmm. Is it cooled off enough for you yet, Dolly?
I'll see.
Too hot?
I think it's okay. Tastes yummy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Hot?
It's good.
Shouldn't be very spicy
Hot
though.
And a keeper.
Should not be spicy. Now I, of course, have lots of cheese on mine, and I'm going to eat mine with scoops and with Tostito rounds, but let's go ahead and give it a try here. That's pretty tasty. Mm-hmm. The thing is, it's funny about Beyond Beef. There is a certain flavor to it, and you start to learn it after a while. I can actually taste that that's Beyond Beef. It tastes perfectly good. It's got the right texture for meat, all that stuff. It's fine. So, vegetarian chili in the Instapot for the very first time. What do we all think?
Big success.
Good.
Big success.
All right.
A keeper.
All right.
It's in the rotation.
And on that note, we're going to go and enjoy our dinner and our fire and the snow. And we'll see you later. Bye.